Hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So in this video, we are going to discuss the answers of all the questions that were asked for GATE ECE examination in 2025 that took place yesterday. So within 20 hours of the examination, we have got all the 65 questions and all the 65 answers as well. Right? So we will get started with one by one. And in this video, I'm not going to discuss the solution of the problems. If you are having any doubt in any kind of problem, then you can comment down. We can certainly discuss there. Solutions we are not going to discuss. I want to keep this video as short as possible. And if there is anything controversial, that certainly I'm gonna tell in this video itself. So getting started with analog electronics, first question, I will just show you the question and I will just tell you the answer. And this PDF will be uploaded in our Telegram group. You can join our Telegram group, there this PDF will be uploaded. So first one, you can see very straightforward. B and D will be the answer. Here they are asking about the higher cutoff frequency. So 50 megahertz would be the answer here. This was the simple gain based problem. Here, although it will be grounded here, there is a problem in the diagram, it will be grounded. The base terminal will be grounded. Sorry, not base terminal, sorry, emitter terminal will be grounded. Okay. And coming to this, we have discussed. Coming to this question, here the answer will be VC will be 1.92. And this one 13.33 millisecond. This was also statement wise very easy question from analog electronics. A and C would be the correct answer here. For this question, the answer would be DC part will be 4 and the sinusoid small signal part will be minus 0.05 as the gain was 5. That's why. Okay. And then coming to this question, here it is not kilo ampere, that is an error here. It will be kilo ohm. So R1 value was 0.6 kilo ohm and R2 value was 0.4 kilo ohm. Okay. Now coming to this part, you need to plot I1 versus Vi and V0 versus Vi. So people are saying that this was the I1. Look, if the I1 was there in the load, then the problem would have been different. If this is the I1 that you need to calculate, then for V0 versus Vi, this is simple full bridge rectifier that you know, this will be the answer, option B. But if this is the I input, then the answer would be option D. And a lot of students have verified that the current was the current from the source, not the current in the load. So you need to plot current from the source versus the voltage. Okay, so you can write down in the comment section that what was the actual question, but I have verified from a lot of students, they are saying that it was the current from the source only. Okay, so answer would be here option B and D. Now here very straightforward question, like even class 12th guy can solve it. B and D. This can also be solved by class 12th guy. Intrinsic resistivity. Okay, 1.25 kilo ohm. Here 0.46 ampere current would be there. For this question, 98.8 centimeter square per volt into second would be the answer. For this question, 0.239 volt would be the answer. Okay, forward bias voltage we need to find for the germanium diode. So this was the question from EDC. EDC was the easiest of all. Yeah, now this question. Now this is the only question which I feel might be controversial in the whole ECE technical part. At least for the technical part, this is the only question which I feel might be controversial. So I just want to ask you one thing. Did they give this arrow there? What does this arrow mean? This line, whatever you can call it. This line means that it can take any number of bits. Like it could be a bit array of bits. This line means simply it means array. Here they gave this line. That means there will be two output, some bit and carry bit will be two outputs. And if they want to show it with one line, that means they will have to mark it. So if they did not mark it here, if they did not give this mark, that means it is a single bit only. X is a single bit, Y is a single bit, and Z is already 1. So when you solve this particular question, the sum bit will come out to be X XOR Y and the carry bit will come out to be X plus Y bar, right? So we can neither say it is a half subtractor, we can nor say it is a half adder. Are you getting this point? If we just solve using one bit, if I am saying that X is a single bit, Y is a single bit, then my sum bit will be X XOR Y and my carry bit will be X plus Y bar. You can solve it on your own, you can solve it. That's a very simple thing. So you can neither call it subtractor, you can neither call it half adder, nor you can call it half subtractor. But if it is an array, what do I mean by array? That X can take 3 number of bits, X can take 4 number of bits, Y can take 3 number of bits, Y can take 4 number of bits, Y can take n number of bits. So if it is an array, then what will happen? Y XOR with 1, that means Y bar. So X will be added with Y bar plus 1. So Y bar plus 1 will be 2's complement of Y. So in the X you are adding 2's complement of Y. that means it is acting as a subtractor. So the answer given by the IITs will be option A only. Okay, but when the official question paper comes, I will read the language of the question. After that, I can decide whether I need to challenge it or not, because in the language it will be clear whether they are talking about single bits or they are talking about the string of bits. Okay, so it can be challenged, but as of now I am not making any comment. When the official question paper would come, I can take my call at that time. Okay, but answer given will be subtractor. IITs will give this answer. This subtractor they will give. This is neither half subtractor, this is neither full subtractor. This is actually, what is this full adder? Here they are meaning this is binary parallel adder. Because if we are taking n number of bits, that means they are considering it as a binary parallel adder. So it is like a subtractor, neither full subtractor nor half subtractor. It is a general subtractor. You are just subtracting two numbers. The numbers could be of any number of bits. Okay. So answer given will be certainly option A, but can be challenged. It can be challenged. This was simple ST problem. 200 megahertz would be there. Here there is an error. Actually resistance R would be there. Answer would be 250 millivolt. Yeah, and talking about this question. So in this question, people are saying that this is the data I received. This is the data that I received from the student. But people are saying that actual data was a bit different, because it is very difficult to remember the waveforms, right? It is not that easy to remember the waveform. So if anyone remembers the waveform, then they can tell in the comment section. But people are saying that the data was different. So according to this data, I have given the answer, that is 1011. That is the option C. But 2 to 3 students have told me that answer was 1101. So this is their answer, but as per the given diagram, the answer is 1011. But the data might be different in the examination. So in the whole question paper, only one question is there where we are not sure about the data. That is this question. Okay, only this question is there where we are not sure about the data. So 2 to 3 students have told me that their answer was 1101. But according to this diagram, my answer is coming out to be 1011. So we will see that when the official answer key comes. So only for this question you can hold a bit. You can hold on to this particular question. Okay, let's go to the next one. Combination circuit. This was majority number of ones detector. So xy plus yz plus zx. Electromagnetic theory. It was very easy, very disappointing as well, because they did not ask they skipped all the topics basically. So this was a very simple problem. Like in that one short video as well, we studied this particular topic, right? So 6.4 milliwatt would be the answer here. This was also like, right, you cannot say this was from electrostats. Like initially I did not see it, and when I was giving the review of the examination yesterday night, I said that this question is coming from the electrostats. But when I see this question, this is not from the electrostats. This is general question that we already study in our vector calculus. These kind of questions we study. If you are studying electrostats, if you are studying EMFT, then these kind of questions ECE student will also be studying. So this could have been solved. Answer would be 64. And this was also pretty simple. Like, but it might happen that you might not be able to understand this problem in the examination, because we do not study electrostats and magnostat that much in depth. But certainly we deal these kind of problems. So there is playlist available on our YouTube channel itself. In EMFT, you will see these kind of problems we have already solved in the EMFT EC course itself, for EC course as well, right? But there could be problems from different topics, like they could have asked from waveguide, from transmission line, standing wave pattern, oblique incidence. They could have asked those problems rather than asking these problems. But it is what it is. The paper has been done. So the answer here would be 0.625 ampere. For this question, this was signal system basic question. Answer A and C would be correct. For this one, the answer would be, it will be non-linear and time variant. Non-linear and time variant. Okay. For this one, option B would be there. This is straight from the class note itself. Like these kind of concepts are there in the class note itself. Okay. Option A and C would be correct for this one. This is also a straightforward problem only. Option DTFT of xn if ROC is having. DTFT will be defined if ROC is having unity circle, and the option C would be correct. Okay. Now this was a good question. So like first thing is that here, first thing that what will be the value of Fs? Fs should be greater than 2 FM. So that condition you need to apply. So from there you will get this condition that your Ts should be lesser than pi by omega c. And now you see the pulse train. Usually we take the pulse trend to be delta t minus nts, but here there is a shift of tau. So that shift will be reflected in the waveform as well, that our ft waveform as well. So you will be receiving ft minus tau. Okay, you will be receiving ft minus tau. The other option could have been different. Option A, B and D could have been different in the examination, but this was the correct option, that you will be receiving ft minus tau if your ts is less than pi by omega c. Okay, so that option would be correct. Communication system, very good. Like they asked a lot of questions from communication this time. So DSB-SC signal you can get from a envelope detection if your MT is greater than 0. Okay, so this line is mentioned in BPLAT. Like even as a student, I also studied that DSB-SC signal cannot be demodulated from envelope detection. For that we use PLL for DSB-SC signals. But I can show you in the BPLAT directly it is mentioned that if your MT is greater than 0, then it will be like envelope detector will be working for DSB-SC signal as well. So as far as I think, IITs will be giving option 1 as correct. And why option 2 is incorrect? Because there only word is mentioned. Look, if MT is greater than 0, then envelope detection will be used for AM. But if it is greater than -1 as well, then also it will be working. Or you can say if it is greater than -A amplitude, right? If MT is greater than -AC, then also it will be working. Are you getting this point? So here they just played with the language. Since it is the word mentioned only, that's why the option 2 will be false. And I know a lot of guys would have matched up here. Okay, I know a lot of guys would have matched up in this particular problem. Let's go to, but it was asked for 1 mark only, as far as I asked from the student. This was asked for 1 mark only, so there is no big regret here, and a lot of students would have got it wrong. Even if I have been the student in GATE 2022, if these kind of questions would have come, then there is very high chance that I also would have matched it up. So no need to worry about these kind of problems. Okay, this will be 15 F1. This was also formula based, and option D would be there. Yeah, this was a good question. So here S1 is true and S2 is false, because the difference will be dependent on the time t. Okay. Yeah, this was also straightforward. Not that straightforward, I wouldn't say straightforward, because a lot of students would skip information theory part. They skip the information theory part, but there was a lot of questions from information theory and entropy from these kind of problems. So yeah, here option A and B would be correct. So G 0.3 would be the highest one, then 0.25, then 0.4. And just let me know in the comment section if these options are fine or not, because some guy was saying that instead of 0.4 here 0.2 was there. Someone was saying, but a lot of students, 3 to 4 students were saying that option like these were the given option only. So you can confirm in the comment section if these were the given option or there was something different. Okay, here D minimum you need to find the Hamming distance, that would be 3 only. For this answer would be 0. Somewhere I saw that answer is given as 0.004. So the only mistake that they did was they are taking the approximation basically. Okay, they are taking the approximation. Here x and y both are independent to each other, so answer would be 0. There is no mutual information. Both are independent, so mutual information will be simply 0. But like if you solve by the entropy, then there will be logarithmic term, no? So if you are solving the logarithmic there, then there might be a chance that some approximation is there. That's why people are getting 0.0004. So if IITs will give the range, but that is very rare chance. I don't think they will be giving the range. They will be giving the answer to be 0 only. So here answer should be 0. Okay. Here value of alpha will be 4 by 3, or you can say 1.33. Now this question was coming like capacity versus bandwidth graph. So first it will rise aggressively and then it will saturate. You would have seen that formula 1.44. So after that it will just saturate. Okay, and there were other options as well. Like people would have got confused between these two options only. So these two options only I showed. Rest all I just wrote down both none. So don't care about these options. Only the first one would be the correct. Okay, option A would be correct for this one. First it will rise aggressively, although it should rise kind of linearly, and then it would saturate. So this is the kind of curve for like ID versus VDS curve we see for MOSFET. So that kind of curve is there. Okay. Coming to the network analysis part, this was the straightforward question. You need to find the Z parameters. So you would have found it out. Here also the current was you need to find, but like people usually skip the AC part, but they asked very easy question. This was easy question only from AC part as well. Like it would only require you the basic concept of network analysis. That's it. Basic concept of, like, not even network analysis here. Here the node voltage will be 6.67 volt. Like this network was just to confuse you. There was no use of this particular network. The side network was of no use there. So answer would be 6.67 volt. Next they asked the value of C here. So this was the condition of resonance. So you got the answer to be 25 microfarads. Coming to the control system part, this was the MSQ, but only one option was correct. That was option E. Right? Option A is the answer. Yeah. So these questions are taken by Anish sir. Network analysis this time Anish sir have taken, and for this particular question paper. So for this particular question paper, network analysis, control systems, engineering mathematics and aptitude have been taken by Anish sir. I also have verified. I also have seen all other subjects as well. Right? Okay. So yeah. Then this was also easy question. Option A would be correct here. For the Nyquist plot one, there would be no values of k possible. Okay, no value of k possible will be the answer. Sorry, not for Nyquist, sorry, for root locus. Sorry. Did I say Nyquist? It is for root locus. The previous one was for Nyquist. Okay. And for this one, like that wouldn't be, the first system wouldn't be stable for your integrator, but for the differentiator part, the system would be stable. Okay. Here A, B, C would be correct. Number of poles and all those things. That would be correct. Simple RS criteria question it was. This was a good question, although it was a MSQ, but only one option is correct here. Okay, option D is correct, and Anish sir will be giving the solution of this particular question. This was, I guess, one of the best question of a control system. So Anish sir has already uploaded the video, or he will be uploading the video on this particular problem. Okay, so option D would be correct here. Engineering mathematics, although like there was MSQ, they asked good engineering mathematics. I would say, like, this is the engineering mathematics that I would like to see from the engineers. So this was like mathematics portion was pretty good, and this thing we have always seen with IIT Roorkee, that they always ask mathematics on a good level. So what you were feeling when you were attempting mathematics, it was more towards JEE side, right? Like in engineering mathematics, you would be expecting that there would be good amount of questions from vector calculus, right? There would be good amount of questions from differential equations, but they are more inclined towards, like, you can see probability question, then expectation question, and then like simple, that those kind of questions, like differential problem is also there. Those wavy curve method questions were also there. So they are more asking towards JEE side. It's not that they are going into the depth of JEE, but they ask good mathematics here, I would say. So yeah, for this one, 2 by 3 the answer. 2 by 3 was the answer. Here the answer was 7. For this question, answer was 0.25. Here option A, B, D, these options would be correct. You can check out. Okay. Yeah, in this one now. So option A is correct for sure. Like sec function would not be equals to 0. Cos function would be equals to 0. E to the power z would be equals to 0. Here z to the power n dz is equals to 0, where n is even integer. This is mentioned. If this is mentioned, then option D is wrong. But if option D will be correct if the given question says that n is a positive even integer, because integer, if they have mentioned even integer, that means the value could be negative as well, no? -2, -4, -6. Then it would not be an analytical function, right? If there is minus sign, -2, -4, n value, if it is minus, then option D would be wrong. Are you getting this point? So for that, like, we are not sure about the we are not sure about the data what was given in the examination, but if it is mentioned only the even integer, then D option will not be the answer. But if it is mentioned that it is even positive integer, positive even integer, then option D would also be correct. So this we have already written here, right? Now this question, option A and B would be correct, and for this one, this was a good question. Answer 3 would be correct. Okay, a lot of people would have skipped this particular question here. Answer 3 would be correct for this particular question. Here you can see the first option would have been a bit confusing for the students, but here you can see the value of P is less than 1, right? If the value of P is less than or equals to 1, then it will diverge. So option A will be diverging, rest 2 will be converging. Okay, so 2 and 3 will converge. Option A will diverge, or you can check by integral test as well. Otherwise, we directly remember the method that if P 1 by np, 1 by n to the power p we remember, and if p is less than equals to 1, then certainly it will converge. Sorry, so it will diverge if it is less than or equals to 1. So it is diverging here. Okay. And yeah, this was a very, very good question. Here both values will be 6 only, 6m. Okay. Minimum and maximum, both values will be 6m. Yeah, for this general aptitude problem, so approximately answer was roughly around 70,000 something was there. 72,000 something was there. So that would have been the answer for this general aptitude problem. For this, the answer would have been could have been. Okay, answer would have been could have been. So answer would be could have been, because this is the I had been active as a child. Had I been, okay, there is an error in this question. Had I been active as a child, it would be. Had I been active as a child, right? Because had would give the sense of if. If I was active as a child, I would have been a, or I could have been a famous actor, right? So had I been active as a child would be there. So answer would be could have been. Here under root 2 was the answer. For this particular question, it was like I don't know whether you need to tell the wrong option. Yeah, you need to tell the wrong option there. In this particular question, you need to tell the wrong option. So I guess the wrong option was B1 is like this was the wrong option. B1 is greater than 1 by 2. This is actually correct. B1 is less than 1 by 2. But in the examination, I'm not sure. But B1 greater than 1 by 2 was also mentioned, because someone was telling me this thing. So B1 greater than 1 by 2 was mentioned. That would have been the wrong option. So here Anish sir has written down the 3 correct option. And you can solve it very easily. The sum of two sides would be greater than the rest of the side. And sum of like subtraction of two sides would be lesser than the third side. So that formula you need to apply here, and you will be able to tell the answer. Okay. So Anish sir has written the correct answer, not the wrong answer. Okay. So wrong answer you needed to mark in the examination. For this one, extol will be the answer, but it was very tough for the students, because I don't think anyone would have heard this word extol. And if you have heard this word, then I would say go for CAT examination. Okay. I highly recommend to go for CAT examination. This was the graph of signum function, negative signum function it was. So minus plus for the negative value, +1 for the positive value, -1. Yeah, so here some like lines were given, and you needed to just tell the length of line, nothing else. Like some kind of a single line was there, then some kind of like a staircase was there. So these kind of lines were given. So answer would have been 5 by 3 to the power n. We have just written down the approach here, because we don't have the data that how the lines were given, but we know the answer, and we know the approach that how you needed to proceed it. So that answer and that approach also we have given here. So but in the actual examination there was some diagram. Okay. So 5 by 3 to the power n would have been the answer. Now 3 questions in aptitude we did not receive the data, because in aptitude it is very tough to remember the data. So these are the 3 questions. There was some question based on some medal based question was there. Okay. Some medal based question was there. So there the answer was US and Canada total will be less than 50% of total medals. This would be the answer. I did not receive any data, because this was based on DI, data interpretation. So I don't have any data, and it is nearly impossible to remember all these data. But answer was this one. US and Canada total will be less than 50% of total medals. And people were saying that here you needed to tell the wrong answer, not the correct answer. So 4 options were there. You need to tell the wrong answer, not the correct one. For musical chair 1, look, it could have been solved by basic sense, but they framed the question in a wrong manner. This is what I am hearing from the students, right? Like there was a problem in framing the question, although it was pretty obvious. Although what was missing in the problem, that was pretty obvious, but it might be MTA. It could be MTA, but we are not sure about that. When the official answer, when the official paper comes up, we can talk about this. But a lot of people are saying that it would be MTA, but some people are saying that it was pretty obvious. But even if it is pretty obvious, if there is a slightest of error in framing the problem, then certainly IITs will give it MTA. Because in the last year as well, you would have seen the signal system problem. There they have shown the 0.5 value in the negative side. They just did not mark the negative sign. So although it was pretty obvious, for all the students there, but still they gave it MTA for that kind of error. So here also, if there is slightest of error in the problem, they will give it MTA. But I did not even receive any question regarding that musical chair. I just know about that particular problem, that people are thinking that it should go to empty. Now that jumbled sentence one, because no one remembers the sentence, so there was 4 sentences, you just needed to frame a meaningful paragraph from those 4 sentences. So people are saying that, sir, there was only one option which was starting from Q. So the first sentence was Q. So there was only one option starting from Q. So that would have been the answer. And that's it. These are your all 65 problems. Okay. So I hope you would have done it well. And like people would be asking, sir, how much marks would be good enough? How much this thing, that thing would be good enough? So just let me tell you one thing, guys. Like if someone from general category, like you have seen the answers, now you can calculate your marks from this particular PDF. This will be shared in our Telegram group. You can join our Telegram group. I will put the link of the Telegram group in the description box. So you can go and check out from there. You can join our Telegram group. There, this PDF will be pasted. This PDF will be posted there. You can check out your marks from there. If you are someone from general category, then if you are scoring 48 marks in this question paper, this is the worst case I am telling. If you are scoring 48 marks, then you are safe. Now, let's just say if you are someone who is scoring 40 marks, then still certainly there is a hope. You just need to prepare well for interview. Okay. You will be getting calls for sure. You will be called for the interview, but you need to give your interview very, 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 very well. And believe me, guys, if you are scoring around 40 marks as well, then still there is a hope. Okay. And all that would be on me, making you prepare for the interview. Last year I did. This year also we are going to do the same. Making you prepare for the interview, we will take care, because we know that a lot of people will be making the content for GATE. We also make the content for GATE. But after GATE examination, what happens with the student? So that care we will take. No need to worry about that. And certainly free of cost, I am not gonna ask a single rupee from the students. And this thing I have told again and again, that after the GATE examination, I never ask for the money. Before the GATE examination, for the content that I provide, the kind of money that I expect, that I ask, but not after the GATE examination, that's for sure. Okay. So keep your hopes high. If you are scoring around 48 marks, then there is a very good chance. Even if you are scoring 40 marks, if you prepare well for the next I would say next 2 to 3 months, if you prepare well, at least for next 2 months, if you prepare well, then certainly you are going to get something really good from this attempt only. Okay. And yeah, if you are someone who is looking to prepare for GATE 2026 examination, then these are our courses. You can go and check out the courses. We are having core combo, non-core combo. We are having full courses as well. Along with that, we are having subject-wise courses as well. So tomorrow we are going to post the complete video. So tomorrow orientation session would be coming. So there we are going to tell about all the courses that we are having. So in that orientation session, we will talk about all the courses. And you can check the quality of our content on YouTube itself. We have uploaded a lot of contents there. Okay, so you can check the quality. And as of now, the promo code is Titans15. You are getting 15% off, and you can see the price are minimum that I would be expecting for a course of roughly around. You will be getting the access for roughly around 14 months here. And for this 14 months of access, we are charging 12,769 rupees for the full course, non-core combo, core combo ECE, core combo electrical. These are the prices. And if you are someone looking for 2027, then this is the price. And complete information about the courses will be coming tomorrow on this particular channel. There I will be talking about all kind of features we are having of our courses. Okay. And certainly there is full guidance. There is full one-to-one guidance as well. There is full paged preparation. And certainly you will love the content, that's for sure. Okay. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for all the EC student. Thank you. Happy learning.